Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show, and as you can see, I'm not on my own tonight. I'm joined by three talented guests, Jaden, Ben and Oliver. These are young commentators from the Welcome and All project that we were lucky enough to get from the lottery, and we're going to go on and chat a little bit about sport events that's happened during the week and, well, what the lads have been doing in school and in general. We're going to talk, have a conversation, and it'll probably just go for around about 20 minutes. So sit back yourselves, put your feet up and enjoy our show. Who wants to start? Jade, Ben, Oliver, what have we been talking about? What happened over the week?
The Man United game. As you know, like Man United lost in the European League?
Yeah. Europa
League. Yeah. And it was a good game, honestly. It's just David De Gea missed the penalty and, you know, it's a goalkeeper, so what do you expect from him? Yeah, he's a goalkeeper, he's not meant to take penalties. So well,
yeah, and we got it's a tale of two stories with the goalkeepers, isn't it? Because we had Allison not so long ago, who scored a cracking goal for Liverpool, and then you've got De Gea coming up. And as you said to me, you pointed out just before there, Jade, he's been getting death threats, and that's first on me, and I think that's horrible. This is a professional game of football, and we don't want to hear anything like that, because the lad only went up to try and score a goal, and he couldn't score the goal. He missed it, but he is a goalkeeper at the end of the day, isn't he?
The thing, like, Bruno Fernandes also missed the penalty. He's got nothing about it. He's had no threats, no nothing. But De Gea missed it because made them lose it. He's got loads of death threats and that.
Yeah, and it's wrong. What do you think on that, Ben, yourself, would you?
Yeah, well, with the Jaden was saying about the Bruno Fernandes, he usually takes pens, and when he misses them, it's United fans will just be like, oh, he's missed one. He'll probably next time he'll go and try again and he'll score. And like De Gea just came up and he's tried to take a penalty, and he's probably never really taken one before, and even if he has, it wouldn't have been quite a while, because it's a penalty shootout and there's a lot of pressure on him, because it went to sudden death, and he needed to score for them to win.
And plus the fact there, Ben, it was what's not being pointed out. It's never happened before, has it? Where everyone has been scoring the penalties. Someone had to miss. Unfortunately, it was De Gea, so that's in history. But as fans, they all get a cob on because he's missed a penalty. Yeah, he could have done better, like everyone does. We all have a chance to go and try and make it better. The goalkeeper saved it. It was a poor penalty, but he's not there to take penalties. What did he want him to do? Blast it and then he'd hit it over the bar? I don't know. And maybe they all think, well, that's the end of De Gea because he is a goalkeeper. We want some young blood in. If our other goalkeeper was in there, he would have scored. It's all ifs and buts, isn't it? What about yourself, Al? Allison, and then you've got the likes of De Gea as well.
I find it stupid that they're putting out death threats just because he missed one goal, and just because it's just stupid.
You wouldn't like it.
Just because they lose a game, it doesn't mean they should start putting out death threats.
No,
it's only a game.
It's a game, and that's what we try and put straight. We try and put it. We don't cross the line. You know the work that we do on the touchline as well. We try and stop the mums and dads, grandparents, brothers, sisters, everyone shouting towards a referee, blaming a referee. Well, the referee didn't get a mention. Have you noticed in this game? It was all about penalties. No mention about the referee making a poor decision. It was great because the referee let that game flow. And it's nice to know that you've got a Europa League final there where no referee has been blamed for any incidents. But unfortunately, it just shows you, doesn't it? They all turn, not just from a referee, they all turn on a goalkeeper, on a player. Probably won't be there next season, De Gea. He'll probably walk away and say, I've had enough now. He may have been going the last couple of years. And maybe that's put, the icing on the cake, and he said, that's the end of you now, mate. And he'll go and do better, you know what I mean? Obviously, he'll be kicking himself if he missed that. He'll be most sorriest player in the ground there. But at least the players did console him. They went to him and they were shaking his hands, putting an arm on the shoulder. And that's what should happen in grassroots football as well. How would you feel? Getting the blame, it must be horrible. It must really put you off a game of football, mustn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, definitely. Well, so we talked about the Europa League. What have you lads been doing in the school? Has it been a busy week for you? Have you been playing football? Have you had, well, you're in half term now,
Yeah.
so you've got loads to look forward to, so we'll talk about that as well. So what's your plans?
Just like, you know, like do stuff, have fun, you know. And I also heard, Mal, that you were going to do like a new challenge on like sort of with like mountains and that.
You couldn't resist that, Jane,
Yeah.
could you? Yeah, we've done the marathon, and what we're doing it with Oliver's dad, Paul, and we're trying to get 1 or 2 more to do it, which they are coming on board by the looks of things, and it's the 3 Peaks Challenge. And if anyone doesn't know what the 3 Peaks Challenge is, I come up with it, Jade. Yesterday, I decided I need another challenge now. I've only just finished the marathon run, and I thought, we've got to do something else. We've got to try, and what's the next challenge? And I just happened to put Google on there and just thought, what challenges, charity challenges, and it came up as the 3 Peaks, and that is where we're going to hike up Ben Nevis, Scarfell Pike and Snowdon. Now, obviously we don't know what weather we're going to be facing there. It's going to be very snowy. Anyone who's done Snowdon will know that it gets really cold, so we've got to get the right gear, we've got to get the right boots, we've got to get the right socks, we've got to make sure that we're all ready to go. But this challenge seems to be getting my adrenaline going. It seems to be a challenge that you've only just known me, you've met me, and I've done a marathon already, and now I want to do a nice big hike, if you know, up these mountains. And
you know, Mal, you know, like all together, how long is that? Like, how long will it be for you to walk up them all?
Well, what I've been looking, because we don't know, it goes by, someone will say how long's a piece of string, because it all depends how fast you are, how fit you are, and what time you can do it in. Because lucky enough, up to now, we have someone who is a guide who has done all those and shown people how to do it. So he knows, well, like his left and right arm, he knows where to go. So we're all right, we're going to be following him. And fingers crossed, nothing happens to him, because me and your dad are going to be sort of lost then, aren't we? So it all depends how fast we can do it. Are we going to race on the first one? Because we're not doing the 24-hour challenge. That was a frightening one, where you have to do all 3. So you have to there's a car waiting at the bottom of the mountains when they come down on the Ben Nevis, and they drive them as fast as they can over to the border on Cumbria, and that's on the border of Scotland, as you'd imagine, to the next one, which is Scarfell Pike. Once they've done that, it could take 5 hours to do Ben Nevis. Then it's got to be a 3-4 hour drive or 2 hour drive, whatever going there. So the climbers have got to get into that car, and then when they finish that one, they come down, then they have to go directly to Snowdon. So you can imagine the time, about 8 hours of driving first, and then 5, 10, 15 hours of climbing. So this is why it's called a challenge. They're going to be absolutely shattered. I couldn't do the 24-hour one, and one simple reason is the 24-hour one. It's Ben Nevis and then Scarfell Pike. Well, Scarfell Pike is in the pitch black. What is the point of that? What is the point? You can't see a thing. You've got torches on, and the guards are taking you there. What do you see except pitch black? You wouldn't know where you were going, but this is a massive challenge. People do it, but I like to see views. I like to I'll get my phone out, my camera, and I'd like to see the views on all 3 of them. Maybe, you know, if it was different and it was light, I'd have done the 24-hour challenge. But to answer your question, it's going to be a long time, but it all depends, again, just how fit you are to do these challenges. So I hope you're going to wish me luck and get your mums and dads and everyone to sponsor us and get as much as we can in. And we're looking to do this in around about August, right? So there's not much time to get ourselves fit, but lucky enough, right after the marathon, I'm still fit, your dad's still fit, so we're all right. We're going to be running, we're going to be walking, we're going to be going up hills a little bit more, and hopefully we'll succeed. And I'm sure you'll all be watching us when I don't know whether we're going to get this Wi-Fi, because it'll just be pictures. When we come back down towards the hotel, then we'll put it out live, so you can all have a little look at what we're doing and get you some nice pictures as well. So, now that's enough about me, lads. You've got half term coming this week, which is going to be.
Got it.
So what have you got to do in half term? Have you got football?
Yeah,
Going away
I've got
anywhere,
football
trips
on
or?
Saturday. I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm not really sure. And I'll go to my nan's.
Well, yeah. While we're all on here, what's your thoughts now? We had lockdown, didn't we? Lockdown, where all the schools, you didn't get to school, you didn't get to see your friends and what have you. And now you're on half term, you're off for a week, 2 weeks?
I'm on week.
1 week? So there's another week off. Would you prefer to be off another week, or would you prefer for this half term to be in school?
Half another week.
Off another week.
Off another week.
So you don't miss school really, no?
No.
So it gives you more fun time. But at least this time you're only really glad because you can go out now. You can go do things, you can go on activities, enjoy things. And I think that makes a difference to you as well. So how's your schooling going? Are you all getting to study? Are you catching up on things?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just had my last 2 quizzes
Did you?
for the week, yeah. It was a history and IT.
So you're catching up and you're enjoying all that now. So it's a good little thing, I suppose, isn't it? If you can catch up with your work and you can get out and then do your sport activities and what have you. But you, Ben, you do little podcasts as well, don't you?
Yeah, well, I started, it was just at the start of the season, and me mum and like me dad and like most of my family have been telling me for quite some time, because I knew I used to always know who all the players were and like all the history about them, that they thought that I should start commentating, and it was my uncle was most excited when I started it, and I was speaking to my mum one day when I was on my way to my grandma's, where I go then walk to school, that I was that we were talking about me starting commentating on football, and I decided that I should start it, and I started it later on, and I wrote down a little bit of what I wanted to say, and then I'd started it, and it went really well, and that first video's now got over 200 views.
Fantastic.
And it was just the other week that it got 200 views, and it's called Football with Ben, and I've got loads more followers now, and it's over 180 followers, and I'm hoping that it gets to 200 soon. And I've been I sometimes go to football stadiums and talk about how they've got on, and in half term I'm going to York, so on the way back it's actually close, we're going through Leeds, so it's close to Ellen Road, so I'm going to be doing a video outside the Ellen Road to talk about how they did that season.
Well done. No, that is brilliant. And obviously, because you're all part of the young commentators here as well, what are you looking forward to when we go out and actually start commentating on games and start interviewing as well? What is, you know, these parents as well, some of them could be sort of verbally abusive on touchlines, and you put the microphone. What questions would you like to ask these parents? Why are they doing it, you know?
Like, what was the problem? Like, what was wrong with the ref? What was wrong with the players? Like the manager? Like, whatever they're complaining about.
And maybe the most important thing is why are they doing it?
Yeah, why are they doing it?
Yeah, that'd be good to get out of them, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
Because I think it's, you're going to be very, very good. Go on, if you want to sneeze, go on, it's all right.
No,
You
it's
can
not a
sneeze,
sneeze,
cough.
it's a cough.
Oh, well, there you go, get that going. Happy days, look, it happens, you know. It really does.
Well, they're like floaty ones that, like, when you...
Have you got enough
No.
water? Yeah, I'll just drop that water in there, you're all right. No, but you're going to be looking to interview celebrities as well. Have you got any sort of questions that you'd like to put to them?
What got you into the job, or what's it called? Hobby?
You want to use it as a hobby to go
No, I don't know the word.
for when you're going to interview with them?
Career?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
What got you into the career?
Are you looking to do this as a career? Interviewing, going out? Or have you thought of it? What would you?
Yeah, I thought of it, yeah. Cause, well, I used to, like, in school, I used to love history. Well, I still do, but I wanted to be a history teacher, but I was thinking that it'd be hard to do it, and it'd be a lot, like, more, and then I thought of, like, when I started football with Ben, that I wanted, that I enjoyed this, and I think that'd be, I always watch Sky Sports, and I see how they talk about it, and they like throughout the day, they just talk about there's the start, like, the day with it's Good Morning Sports Fans, I think it is, and they talk about it there, and they have other football people on, and it's all commentators on there, and they talk about recent things that have happened and see how players have done. And I think I'd enjoy doing that, because I do enjoy it.
It's great, and you've been, obviously, since you've been with us now on the Welcome and All project, how has your confidence grown? Has it grown? Are you starting to get more used to the microphones? You'll see what's working, you'll start editing, you'll start seeing the cameras in action. Do you feel a lot more confident yourselves now, within yourselves?
I've always had lots of confidence in myself.
But, you know, around the microphones, around all the equipment now?
I've always had it, like always.
Well, what's been your favourite thing up to now? Because Wayne, obviously, his apologies, he can't be here today because it's half term and he's got the kids, he's stuck with the kids. But what have you enjoyed? We've had Zoom lessons, we've been in the classroom.
I like the podcast, like talking, like doing like this, like stuff, like the shows and that.
Well, eventually you're going to have your own shows, aren't you? Because I can't wait for these celebrities to come and sit down and the questions that you're going to put to them, because it's building your confidence. You'll have your own questions and you'll get your own answers as well, and obviously you'll mark them off, and you're starting to take notes now, you're starting to learn. Is there any other questions that you want to put or tell our viewers and our listeners? Is there anything else that you want to ask? Or?
Yeah,
I was going to say something.
I was just going to ask a few questions about the marathon and DXTL.
Oh, right.
Where was the marathon hard to do? Did you ever get extremely tired, and whether you wanted to stop?
Yes. Yeah, and the good thing about it, every marathon runner or yourselves, if you ever do it in the future, will tell you exactly the same. 3 minutes. I better talk quicker then. See, you've got my timer now. They will tell you it gets hard. So you need motivation, you need people to inspire you to do that as well, because in your head you're thinking, can I get through this? This is getting harder. And you know there's other runners behind you, so you keep yourself inspired, or in front of you. And then you have a van, which we were lucky enough to have, with Chris driving the van, the lads in there, and they were keeping us motivated. There was filming us, they were clapping us, there was car horns going past us, and that motivates you, that gets you going, see, Ben. And it's unbelievable that you just want to keep going. And yes, it was very, very hard, and the weather got hotter. We didn't expect the weather to get hotter. It did. We got forecast rain, that was going to cool us down. That didn't happen, and the lads are supplying us water, and that was cooling us down as well to keep us going. But anyone who's going to do a marathon, it is an achievement at the end. You do feel good. You think you're never going to get to the end, but you eventually do get to the end. And, you know, achievements, like you're doing here, you're all achieving something in the young commentators. You're going to be really, really good. I can see the way you're all putting that together and coming out of it. But I think you're going to be absolutely spot on. And there was one more about.
I was just going to ask, why did you want to start DXTL?
Don't cross the line, because I used to be manager of a club and I used to be on a committee, and I witnessed all the verbal abuse, the aggressive behaviour, the racist comments and the bullying, not just on the field of play but off the field of play. And it inspired me to do something about it, because going back in 2003, nothing was happening. We had to do something about it, and if you look now, 18 years on, people are all aware of it, you're all getting used to it. We've got shirts that are out there, and you'll be getting all your copied shirts as well soon.
Is that when you started it, 2003?
2003 it's been going, and if you look on the website now and you see all the logos that we've got, the people who support us, football's governing bodies, it's making a difference on and off the field of play, and we're also keeping our referees young and experienced within the game. Now we've got a cut, I think we're cutting the show now, aren't we? We've got 1 minute to go, and if the lads just want to turn around and say thank you very much, they'll say a very, very big goodbye to all our viewers.
Adios.
Adios. Put you there. There you go. They've been brilliant, absolutely young commentators.
Can I tell you?
Quickly, go on, tell
What did the manager do when the pitch became flooded?
What?
He sent on the subs.
Well, folks, I think we'll end with that one. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We can see young commentators getting really confident, and I'm sure there's a lot more to come out of these lads, and plus the other lads who aren't here
Should
as
that
well.
Be Oliver's new thing at the end of the thing, start and do a joke?
Well, we could do, yeah.
Yes.
There you go, add a joke in. So there you go, young commentators are going to be in the jokes, and I'm sure you're all going to be tuned in and listening to them. In the meantime, we appreciate you. Good luck to the both teams in the Champions League, by the way. Chelsea, Man City, best team will win. knows house. Pitch is not Liverpool or Everton or hey-ho. It's one of those things. We're back again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. So for myself, Mal and all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, young commentators and Respect programme. Good night, God bless, put your feet up, relax and have a great evening.